Hi, I love y'all. So today, I think I decided that I want to go ahead and start working on this car because the clutch is going out on this car, and I think it's time to go ahead and start on it. Yeah, it works, but it slips. It's getting worse every day. It's slipping more and more and more, and then I could barely accelerate. I mean. And so that's actually dangerous to be driving it like that. I mean, like, where we can't accelerate hard. And then, so now, well, today it's December 18th, 2025. I anticipate this taking me just one day. I mean, but, well, like, since it's a first time, I mean, like, we could expect it to take about 2 days. I mean, well, because a lot of times I might come across a problem with, I might need a tool or something, and then I have to be driving all over town to get it or something. Usually that happens sometimes. Or I might need this, or I might need that, and I drive around, or I might come around a tool or something I can't take off, and things like that. I mean, slow me down. Or, I mean, and since I had not done this in a long time, I would have to like figure out what to do, and I could not find a video on YouTube on how to replace a clutch on a 2013 Kia Rio, so I have to figure that out on my own, and I'm gonna make the video for you guys. So yeah. And then this, wait a minute. So the basics that I'm gonna do, I done it before on a 1996 Maxima, like Nissan Maxima, and I put up the video like from years ago. But it's the same idea, you know. Like, first things I gotta do is just remove everything that's in the way of the transmission, and then after remove everything in the way, then we remove everything that's attached to it, and that includes like the starters and the drive axles too. You got to remove the 2 drive axles, and then from that point on, that's when we can remove the transmission unit, like the manual transmission out. That's when we could do that. I mean, it's like the same concept of removing the starter. It's like the same idea. Like removing the transmission, it's the same idea as removing a starter from a car. So, but it's just like a glorified version of that. I mean, anyway, but we have to really, like, we have to take everything that's attached to it, including the drive axles, which is usually the challenge of the whole job. So I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and start on it. I mean, I anticipate it taking me about maybe like a half a day to getting it off. But I think I have to drain the fluid too. I mean, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start on it. So I mean, my plan is to remove this assembly, the battery, and if there's the tray, if that's removable. I mean, gotta remove everything that's in the way. So yeah, my tools are, I wonder if I'm gonna need to buy any tools or not. Okay, so after spending about 30 minutes over here removing everything that's in the way, and right now I'm working on removing everything that's attached to the transmission. So that includes this motor mount. I don't need to remove the whole motor mount. It's just this top part, the bolts. It's just this part I need to remove because I'm going to be lowering down the transmission. So right now I'm working on the things that are attached to the transmission. That included this and these little cables, and then this cable too. I don't need to remove anything in here. I don't need to remove these assemblies. Just got to remove this cable and just take it out from there. And then I have to look around underneath the car too. What's good about this car though so far is that there's no cross member. There's no cross member in this car, so there's nothing that's gonna get in the way. So I don't need to remove any cross members, which is a significant amount of labor to do that. So, yeah. Okay. I'm preparing to remove the drive axles and everything. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, apparently this car gave me absolutely no trouble removing the nut from the drive axle. Now, the Odyssey, on the other hand, I had the hardest time removing the nut there. And sadly, I broke 2 of my tools on that car because of this nut being difficult to remove. At the end, I was never able to remove it at all. So, but with this car, look. No problem at all. I think maybe because of the rust, I don't know. That car didn't have any rust though, that Odyssey. So I'm getting prepared to remove the drive axles. I'm already like halfway there. I mean, even probably more. I mean, once I remove the drive axles, yeah, once I do that, then I would be pretty much ready to unbolt the transmission. But I think I have to drain the fluid first though, and I have to probably remove these. I'm gonna need to remove these. So this thing is already kind of like dangling down. I mean, I have to put a jack on the engine, but I'm gonna need 2 jacks here, besides the ones that I need 2. One to hold the engine, in place, and another one to lower the transmission down. And yeah. I'm telling you, so yeah. Yeah, so I mean, doing the clutch myself. I mean, the parts. I mean, I ordered it on Amazon for $75. Yeah, would you believe that? But I went to AutoZone. To see if they had one of the clutch kit. But they did have them, but they were asking like almost $400 for the part, for just the part. But then I see it all over the place on eBay and Amazon for like $80. So I don't know what gives. What gives? Yeah, I'm wondering. I would wonder if this part that I buy from Amazon, I think I hear bad things. I don't know. I mean, I kind of don't think that they would be bad. It would be electrical parts that I would be concerned about buying online and stuff. But this is a mechanical part. It's just a clutch disc. I mean, if I could do it for $75, I mean, and if the car give me even like 50,000 miles on the new clutch, I mean, I would be happy with that. I mean, for $75, I mean, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't even think I'll keep the car that long anyway. So, I mean, yeah. Well, I'm going to do a little experiment right now. I'm going to shift through the gears and see where this actually goes. Okay, I went from first gear to 6th, and then I went on reverse. So I ended it at reverse. So, here's for another experiment. I'm gonna be moving that little switch that it just moved. Well, I guess like obviously this cables, I mean, control the gears. But now I think if we're shifting to different gears, I'm not sure how it does. Like jumps from 1st, 2nd, and then 3rd and 4th. But whatever. So at the bottom of the car, I only needed to remove 4 bolts. This one, and the two that was up here, that one, and then to remove this shroud here, I was able to remove this. So now I have full access to the transmission here. It looks like it's really easy to do. I mean, this car is actually looks really easy to work on, man. It's an easy car to work on. Funny, I don't even know what this is about. I don't even know what this little part is about. What does that part do? Maybe it was for a car with an automatic, I don't know. I mean, I have to remove this. Then I also got to remove these two bolts to remove the clutch. I mean the clutch actuator, the cylinder, I guess. So detach it. That's because it's attached to the transmission. And then the starter, got to remove the starter as well. So, okay, so I unbolted the starter. Now it's loose in there. But I don't need to remove the starter though. I mean, I don't need to take it out of its bay. I don't need to do that here. But I just probably will need to. I already did some of the transmission. Yeah. So anyway, so I need this jack so I can hold up the engine. Because I have to remove this mount, this motor mount. Yeah. So anyways, so yeah, I mean, okay, I gotta remove this car. It's been really easy so far. I mean, bolts didn't give me any trouble. Like this one came out without a sweat. I mean, these came out without a sweat. I mean, I wish all cars would do that. I mean, yeah. So I'm getting prepared to remove the drive axles, but I think I have to be ready to catch some fluid. So yeah. Telling you. So remove these bolts. Okay. Now I should be able to. Well, I don't need to remove the whole thing. I only need to remove these only. Or I could just do the ball joint only and pry the whole assembly out so I can have room to take out the axle. So yeah, so I'm getting ready to catch some fluid, you know, but I mean, I'm gonna need I need the bigger one of these, which I do have. As I said it, I have to catch the fluid. You know what? Well, you know, I have to replace the transmission fluid because I never did that in this car. This car has 175,000 miles, and I never replaced the transmission fluid. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put new fluid. It's just gear oil. Okay, got the axle out. That's this side. You know, once I get these axles out, I'm ready to pull the transmission off. I'm ready already. So yeah, just gonna let the fluid drain a bit more. I'm gonna do the other axle right now. Go ahead and get the other one off. There's this final bolt on the transmission that we gotta remove, and it's, I mean, because we don't see it until the last minute, and it's pretty well hidden. And this is the bolt that I'm trying to remove. That's the last one. I have the ratchet on it already. That's the last bolt to remove from the transmission. And then I found that this was the easier way to access it. Getting a lot of extensions and reaching in there. So, telling you, it's the next easier way. As I can see it, I got my ratchet here. So now I'm removing the last bolt. like that attaches the transmission to the engine. So now and then after this, I could take the transmission out. But this is where I have to be careful because I don't want this thing to drop on the floor, you know, and damage it. So now before I actually take the transmission out, gotta be sure that everything is confirmed detached. Gotta be sure everything's detached, so that way I don't accidentally break something when I take it out. So I'm ready to pull out, and then I can access the clutch. See, the transmission is already ready to come out. Like the same idea as the starter, but I gotta catch it with the jack somewhere. Yeah, it's ready to come out. I just gotta figure out how I could catch it. I mean, gotta catch it somehow. Okay, I got the transmission out of the car now. So this is a throw out bearing right here. And then the clutch is over here. So well, the transmission weighs about, I would estimate 70 pounds right here. I made a mess. Dang it. And there's the clutch. So I'm gonna have to remove these bolts. I'm gonna do that now. I didn't know the clutch is completely worn out on this thing, so I guess the tricky part of this job now is to put the transmission back in there, is to mount it back in there because it's really heavy. So I mean, well, how to get up using a transmission jack or something, but if I want to try to evade having to buy tools to do this, I mean, I could do it without the right tools, but it's just more harder. But I'm gonna go ahead and tackle it. So okay, so after having removed all the bolts of the clutch pressure plate, I can remove the pressure plate now. Telling you, there's the pressure plate along with the clutch. Yeah, I think this is asbestos. Gotta be careful not to breathe in this stuff because it's asbestos, or at least I think it is anyway. Be careful, careful. There's the clutch. Which was already wearing out. So this is the part that needs to be replaced on this car. Yeah, it was giving up on me. So. Then of course the pressure plate too. Yeah, these things, this resembles a brake rotor. See how it looks like it's scoring? That scoring is because of the plate was so worn out that I was like slipping a lot. I mean, the clutch was slipping. It was slipping a lot, man. So yeah. So yeah, that's that. Now the simplest thing to do now is like when I get the parts, I just put on the new one. I mean, we should actually, I'm supposed to actually take the flywheel out and get it turned but I'm not gonna do it. I mean, I'm not gonna do that because I mean it's okay. I mean we should turn it, but I don't want to go through the trouble. And I don't care. I don't really care. I mean, if this car rides wobbly or something, I kind of don't care. I mean, and I don't want to go through the trouble. But I could actually just get some sandpaper, maybe. That's what I'll just do. I'll get the sander. I'll get the sander and sand it down. I mean, that's what I'll do. I mean, it looks pretty, I mean, smooth. I mean, and plus the pressure plate's gonna be brand new, so I mean, supposed to be. So this is it right here. Anyway. So I received the parts. So you know what's crazy is like this one I paid let me see, I'll show you the price. Let me see, you know this, I mean I ordered this one and they gave me the option to buy a new or used. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I know they had a used one available. Used, yeah, it's funny. And then I went ahead and I ordered the used one and taking the chance. But you know what? Like from my experience, these things really aren't used. I think what it is it's actually an open box, and I ended up paying like $65 total with taxes and everything for the part. So I already got the parts. So I got the part. So I'm getting ready to install it. I'm getting ready to put the car back together. So I mean, there's the new one. And I found that they are exactly the same, but I mean I'm talking about like they'll fit. I mean, see, this is the old clutch disc, and then this is the new one. See how thick it is? See, this is the new one, and this is the old one. See, the old one, it started like the pins started to get eaten away, like they do with the brakes. The pin was getting eaten away. And then there's the new one. Yeah, see how much thicker it is? And then there's the old pressure plate. Yeah. Still has residue, you know what I mean? So I'm getting ready to put it on, and this is the throwout bearing. So yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on now. See this one? It says flywheel side. So that's how we'll know we were putting it on the right side. And then, so yeah. 3. Okay, first things first, putting in the installing the parts, the new parts. So, well, this is where we use this tool, this alignment tool, to align it with, that way it can, okay, yeah. Telling you. So I just put this on with the alignment tool. Gotta stay centered, you know. Yeah. So I got the clutch in there already. Got the clutch, and the alignment tool is to ensure that the thing is in there centered. And then when I put it in, I saw that the clutch was already being pressed, or the pressure plate was already being pressed on. So yeah. So now I would probably believe the hardest part of the job is to actually get the transmission in there, like, or to raise the transmission and to lower and to raise the transmission into the car. That's probably the hardest part of the job. I mean, I would think to mount the thing, because it's heavy. It's a heavy part. But I weighed this one in at about 80 pounds. Yesterday I got the scale and I weighed it, and it was 80 pounds. It was a little bit less than 80 pounds. So, I mean, yeah. So, but I'm gonna need a jack. This jack will help me. Because it's wide, you know, this is wide. This part is wide, so it would help me. I mean, it would be helpful. Because if I mean, the other times I did transmissions on a car, I didn't have one of these. I mean, so, I mean, I had just one of those, the little ones. And then these things are real tiny, so it was harder to mount the transmission on the car. But this one being wider, and I could always put like a piece of wood on there or something in there. I'm gonna try that. Telling you. So I put the throwout bearing on, put the new one on. I guess the grease packet that it came with, I would very much assume that it's for the throwout bearing. So I put the grease, the new bearing. So this would be doing the action of the clutch. And then this right here. And then, well, it's on neutral right now. Telling you. And then, see this one, I put it on a gear, and then now it's, but I think if I put it on a higher gear, I'm assuming it's higher gear. See, this one goes faster. But I'm gonna put it on neutral. Well, that's reverse. No, that's not reverse. But I'm gonna try to find neutral. I guess, well, I'm not sure if that's neutral or not, but whatever. So now I'm getting ready to mount the transmission onto the car, which will be the hardest part of the job. So congrats to myself. I did the hardest part of the job. I've already finished the hardest part, and that is mounting the transmission onto the engine. So I just gotta bolt it up, and then I'll put all the little parts on. All these little parts, bolt on the motor mounts and everything. And that'll probably take me a couple hours. And put all the other parts back together. So yeah, I did the hardest part. So now, and then the front axle, gotta be sure I put the axle in there properly and everything. Let's not forget the hidden bolt in there. That was like back where the extender ends. Yeah, that's the hidden bolt on the transmission. So the transmission has a total of like 8 bolts bolting onto the engine. So yeah, has 8 bolts total, including the 2 that go on the starter. So it's already basically on, so I just gotta go ahead and put all the rest of the parts on, like the motor mounts and everything. So using the second jack, I was able to raise the engine up so I can mount the motor mount on it. So right now at this point, I'm putting all the connectors and reconnecting everything that I took reattaching everything that I had to detach, or that I had to remove. Everything that's attached to the transmission, I'm putting it back on at this point, including this part and the linkage and everything. So anyway, okay, I'm probably already halfway there. I mean, I'm talking about like the whole job. I'm probably Probably got about an hour and a half left on it. So, I mean, and all I'm doing now is just putting everything, reattaching everything, you know. So, yeah. Sometimes sometimes it might come around a little minor annoyance, like when some of these bolts don't want to come in, don't want to get in or grab on and stuff, you know, like, but finally I got it in. So yeah, apparently I did have to remove something. I had to remove this so I could access this bolt. I had to remove this. I mean, I was thinking I could just take this off and take this one off. I couldn't take this one off, but actually I needed to remove this because I needed to access the bolt on the transmission. So yeah, don't forget these clips for one here and then one here. And that's for the linkage, the shift linkage. Put one there, and then I'm gonna put the other one in here. There. Now to go under the car again. Now to put these parts on. It's 2 bolts that go onto the throwout bearing, and then 1 bolt that goes up there, which I have them. Yeah. Okay, got them in. I just gotta tighten them. I'm ready to roll. So yeah. Okay. Telling you, so yeah. Well, let's see, there's the last of the trash. I'm almost done already. You know, it's funny because like I'm practically done already. I just got to put the axles back on and put the well, the axle will be easy. I just put it in there, and then just bolt these in. That's it. And then of course bolt on the axle. That's all I need. I didn't have to remove spindles or anything, you know, or brakes or anything. I didn't have to do all that stuff. And I didn't even have to remove this axle either. I didn't even have to do this. I didn't have to remove this, because I could have just yanked it a little. Just take these off and yank it out a little bit, so that way he could remove the axle, and then that way when we take the transmission out, he could just slide it out. I mean, we don't need to take this axle out. I mean, just remove these, just these. That's it. I mean, that's or if your car has or you could do the tie rod too, but I mean, it's probably easier. No, not the tie rod. I mean, the ball joints. But well, anyway, so I'm already almost done. I mean, I'm putting on the other motor mount. So what I'm gonna be doing here is I have to, oh, okay, sure, easy. See, the engine moves a little bit because I have to tighten everything still. So yeah, okay, well, this will be easy to do. So I got this one in here already. Yeah, you know what? It's like I put a shorter bolt, and then a long bolt for the starter. But I found that the starter takes 2 long bolts, not the short ones. The short ones are further over here. Because I have 8 of these bolts, but some of them are long and some of them are short. So, I mean, put the short ones where these are closer, and then put the long ones like over here, and the starter too. Now, what would have been a better idea was like to put back the bolts that we got them in the same spots, or just kind of like place them near the area that we got the bolts out of. That's a better idea to do that. I mean, I should have done that, but whatever. I already did it, so I'm good now. That way I'll know where these bolts go when I put the thing back together. And now I gotta put this funny looking this part back, which I don't even know what this part is for. It goes right here. What the heck is this for, though? I would wonder. I wonder what this part is for. Because it's just here, I mean. Okay, I got everything's pretty much done. I did everything at the bottom. Now the only thing I have to do here is just put the battery back in there, and I'm ready to go, and just put the axles, and that's it. Yeah, so as I see it, actually, you know, I gotta be sure there's nothing on the, it was only these things that for the motor mount. I didn't have to actually remove the motor mount. And then I just gotta put this on. So there's 3 bolts for the batteries. There's 2 right there, and then there's 1 back there, and then another one. There's 4 of them total, and then we gotta put these on too. Okay, so I got this one in there, and then this, the other piece, the air cleaner assembly, goes back in here. So yeah. And then the last of the bolts go here. One of them goes down there, and then this one. 2 bolts. So I got all the bolts on there, including this. And I took this one out, but I didn't have to, but did it anyway. So gotta tighten that one. Now I'm ready to put the air cleaner back on, and then the battery. So yeah. Okay, put the battery inside. So I got everything back together on this car so far, pretty much. Well, I gotta put the shroud back on. So yeah, put this back on. And looking underneath here to be sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, it looks like it looks good. Just gotta get the axles in there. I'm done. Okay, so I put the axle on already. So all I gotta do is just bolt these on and bolt this on, and I'm done with this side. Same thing on the other side. And then the last thing I gotta do after everything, gotta add the fluid. Okay. So I made sure the axles are mounted. And then this is the last thing. That was the last thing to do. So that's good. Now all I gotta do is just put fluid in the transmission, and it's ready to go. It's ready. So yeah. Okay, so now for the moment of truth. Gotta take these jack stands out. Well, I still gotta add the fluid, but I could start it and I could see if the thing works good now. I mean, then I'll add the fluid later on. So yeah, gotta take the jack stands off. Ready to roll. So, you know, it was not hard. It was not hard to do. It was actually easy, and one of those reasons why it was easy was because the bolts, none of the bolts gave me trouble coming out and stuff, or I didn't have a situation where things like parts were in the way and I had to, yeah, and all that stuff. So this car is ready to be started. So plug in the battery. So yeah, so for the record, that's pretty much all the tools that I used. It's just regular, I mean, it's practically this, the only thing I practically used to remove the transmission. Practically. I mean, maybe 4 different size bolts or sockets and a few extenders. That's all I needed. I mean, And of course the tire for the tires, jack stands, and then this like to remove the axle nuts, and these to pry the transmission off of the car, things like that. So I'm ready to start the car. Okay, so here's a moment of truth. This car should work now. I mean, should work. The clutch, let's find out. Seems like it's all good. Let's find out. Let's see. Yeah, they're talking about working really good here, man. It grabs on too good. Damn, man. It grabs on super strong now. Damn. Yeah, it's grabbing on really strong, man. But it works. Let's see how it runs. Damn, it's really strong, man. Shit's perfect, man. I just gotta put oil in the transmission. Damn, man. Couldn't believe. And then not only that, the clutch pedal is really soft now. I mean, it's soft. It's like, I mean, yeah, it's really, that's another thing too. It's soft. Yeah, yeah, it's softened the pedal. Cause I guess when the clutch, the pressure plate, I mean, it gets worn out after a while, and then it's harder. It's perfect now. It's perfect. Yeah, that's so freaking cool, man. It grabs on really strong. Damn, super strong. And then not only that, the clutch is soft. Beautiful. It's perfect, man. Oh, that test drive, it is perfect. The clutch is beautiful now. Damn, man. It is incredibly beautiful. Damn. So, yeah. Yeah, the job well done. Yeah, and it took me 3 hours. It took me 3 hours to put it back together. And I think it only took me like 3 hours to take it apart. So, I mean, it took me 3 years. So, I mean, it's less than a day's work on this car anyway. But I don't know about others. Well, I done a clutch on a Maxima in 1996. Well, that took a little while because it was like the first time for me to do it. So now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to put everything away, all the tools away. And the other thing I forgot to put, like these chocks, these wheel chocks, I use those too to prevent the car from rolling back. You know, hope it would not do that, but anyway, so the car is good to go now. Okay, so I went out and bought this 7590. It says in the manual, but I mean, it'll work with GL5. I think they said GL4. I'm gonna look at the manual again. So, manual, I have to look at the manual, the specifications. Manual transaxle fluid, and the volume is like 2 quarts. It says API GL4 SAE. What it says something. Well, but then somewhere else said it says GL4 and 7585, but then another other sources says this is okay too, 575 W90, and then I think I heard somewhere that it's the APL GL5 is okay, but I mean, I don't know, man. I'll just run it this time, but should be all right. One other thing too, I know where to drain the fluid at. It's this bolt right here at the bottom of that's where we drain it, but I didn't get any information on where I could refill it at. So I mean, I would say that I'll have to refill it in the same spot that I drained it at. So I'm just gonna be squeezing this through the nozzle there and fill it up right there. I mean, it might be a little tricky, but I have to do it. I mean, shit, made a massive mess over here too, because I was trying to fill it up right here, because I didn't get any information about where I'm supposed to fill it up. But I was assuming apparently like this is where we fill it up right here, this bolt. I'm assuming that this is where we fill it up at, and I took it out and I put some fluid, and I guess it is the place where we fill it up right here. We fill it up right here and we drain it right here. Shit, so I made a mess. So now this thing has gear oil now. So, you know, apparently these are the easier ones to use. The ones that are like this, like the paper type, you know, it's easier to squeeze out the fluid and through this and that, rather than the ones that you buy the canisters. Yeah, I mean, it's easier doing it this way. So, yeah. And then from my understanding, that's how you could check the fluid too. I mean, like when we remove that upper bolt, as I could show you right there, when we removing the upper bolt there, this one, I think it's this bolt. This one, when we remove it, we could check the fluid level by if it drips when you open it, then it has enough fluid. But if there's no drip, then you could add some fluid only until it starts to drip. And then that's when you know that it's full. So anyways, I filled it up with 2 quarts. The fluid was $35 for, it was 35 bucks. Oh, dang. Well, anyways, so now the Hyundai is good to go. It's ready to go now. Okay, well, I covered up the oil with the dirt. So anyways, now to officially drive the car for the first time, fully done, you know, like transmission filled up with gear oil and everything. Fully done now. So I'm gonna officially drive this Hyundai. Pedal still soft. So now, so yeah, it's perfect now. But yeah, the clutch is really soft and it grabs on so well. So anyways, I'm gonna drive it around the block. I have to get used to this clutch because it's like it grabs on so fast. So it's good now. Yeah, it goes on all the gears. Check, yeah, everything. It's all good. So yeah. Yeah, I'm now used to the clutch now. Used to the new one now. Yeah, I'm used to the new clutch already. So no more slipping. No more. Yeah, it would be slipping like crazy right now. If I accelerate, it would slip like crazy right now. But no more. So I'm gonna go back to the house. Telling you, I'm done. It's officially done. Well, it's officially done. Officially done. So, makes me happy. So this job apparently actually cost me $65 for the clutch, for the parts, and then for $36 for the fluid, for the new transmission fluid. So it was a little over $100, maybe 101, 102. So it cost me $102 to do the transmission, or to do the clutch. Not bad.